So in today's video, I'm doing the reading 200 pages a day reading challenge. I'm doing it for a week. Well, we're attempting to read it for a week. We'll see where the wind takes us. It's currently the night before. I'm starting tomorrow, but I was like, if I don't do an intro now, there's never ever gonna be an intro. So there's that. And I was also debating whether I start tonight, but I'm like, is it possible to read 200 pages before I go to bed? And the answer is no. So there's that. But today I went to the works to see what books they had. One in there, found Somewhere in the City for £1. £1. There's no damage to it. There was like 4 of them, and that was all that was left. There was no more on the shelf. Hard back. I was like, why are they doing this? Because this book literally came out this year. But I was like, there's no way in hell I weren't getting this for £1. You're joking. I was like, I could literally find £1 on the floor. I didn't, but if I did, this book would be free. Anyway, that's all I had to say because I was so happy with that. I was like, what? £1 for me? Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Hoping to read well over 200 pages, and I'm hoping to get quite a few books done this week because I need to. Why did the road want to be busy as soon as I started recording? Anyway, I have done, so it's 4 o'clock, first day of reading 200 pages for a day. I've done terrible. I think I recorded a video of Kendall and me reading. I've been terrible at recording. I've been terrible at reading. I really haven't been reading today, and this lied in, but I'm not changing it because now I'm in a reading groove. I've read 70 pages of Assist by DC Kyle, I think, or I don't know, I probably butchered the name, but anyway, 70 pages I've read and I've finished it now, and I'm starting on Mistletoe right now, and hopefully I am a lot better at recording now. I'm not going to go too much detail into this book because it's for another video, but let's get reading. No, because I'm not running. No, I'm not. Oh my god, that was so good. So yesterday, the last update I was reading Mistletoe. I finished that and I moved on to Harry Potter, and I ended up reading my 200 pages, and I decided I'm going to do like the wrap to the end, like how many of each book I read, just so it's easier and not as confusing because I'm currently switching between doing 2 different videos, so I'm getting kind of confused, but we keep moving. Started reading on page 94 and I'm on 153. So I think to hit my 200 pages I have to finish the book, which I think I'm gonna do easy. I feel like I haven't even read and I'm nearly finished with the book. It's so good so far and I'm loving it. So yesterday was really easy hitting the 200 pages, and I hope today is just as easy. So I'm gonna finish this, and I don't actually know what I'm gonna read next. All I know is as soon as I finish this, I'm watching Harry Potter. That's all I know so far. So I'm gonna get back to reading this. I'm gonna finish this and hopefully figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. So yeah. So it's now the end of my reading 200 pages a day reading challenge, and I ended up doing it for 4 days, which I think is good considering I had to work, period. So I don't know where I was going with that. So I'm gonna give my wrapped on everything I read on like each day specifically to get my find out how many pages I read overall in them 4 days. And I had to write them down on pieces of paper because my computer didn't want to connect to the Wi-Fi, which was really fun. I really enjoyed that last night when I was planning to record this. And then I was like, there's no way in hell now I'm getting back up to record. So we better do it now or I'm never gonna do it. So Wednesday, I finished reading Crossed Lines. Oh my god, I'm just gonna put them up here because I cannot think of the authors' names right now. There's nothing going on in my head right now. So I finished Crossed Lines and I read 62 pages, and then I started Assist Me and I read 152 pages, and that equals to 214. So I hit it. And then on Thursday, I finished Assist Me with 70 pages, and I'm like borderline blind. And then I started and finished Mistletoe with 60 pages. I then started Harry Potter and read 94 pages, and I didn't say what that equals to. Give me a minute. So Thursday I read 70 pages of Assist Me and finished it. I then started and finished Mistletoe and I read 60 pages, and I also started Harry Potter and read 94 pages. And Thursday went so quick. It was like gone and done. I was like, I don't even know what I did with my day. Clearly read, but yeah. And it equaled out to 224 pages, which means yet again she did it. She succeeded. And then Friday I read 212 pages of Harry Potter. So fun day Friday. And then I couldn't do it Saturday because I babysat in the morning, then worked the afternoon and evening, and I had to work early Sunday morning. So I didn't have time to read in the evening either. So I didn't do Saturday, although I did read like 100 and some pages, shockingly. And then Sunday, I worked all day Sunday, but it was so quiet. So I pretty much read the whole day. And I finished Harry Potter with 26 pages. And I finished Cruel Deception with 121 pages. Don't even get me started on that book. Actually, I'm gonna do like all my ratings were on each book at the end. And then I started Alive in Wales and read 137 pages. And on Sunday, I read 284 pages. So she succeeded for 4 days reading 200 pages, not including Saturday because there was nothing I could do about it. And then onto my ratings. I would show you, but I'm struggling to read it. My writing was not the best. I was so pissed off. I was like trying to connect it for so long. I was searching, how do you connect? I'm not for electronics. I'm not. So Crossed Lines, I ended up rating 2.2. It just wasn't my type of book. Like the writing kind of reminds me of like classic writing, and it just wasn't for me. And then Assist Me, I rated 3.75. It was short and it was fun, and I enjoyed my time while I was there. So nothing groundbreaking, but it was good. And then I read Mistletoe and I rated it 3.5, and I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. It was a short book, so I won't rate it too high because there wasn't much going on, but the vibes were there. And I'm definitely going to be reading one of her longer books in the future. And then I read Harry Potter, 5-star. I love it with my whole entire heart. The Weasleys, Hagrid, like it. I can't even talk about the book. I will cry. I'm definitely going to be reading the rest of the series this year because I need to read Goblet of Fire in my lifetime, and I think this year is the year. And then I finished Cruel Deception and I rated it a 1.5. I've never had a book feel so painful to finish in my life. I should have looked at the reviews before, because literally the first review described it exactly how it felt. It was painful. It really was. I've never, at the end I was like, what the fuck even just happened? Like, I had no clue. The writing was like, I'm not even gonna get into it. I was literally hate reading that book. I was okay, like the first 80 pages, it was fine, whatever. And then the next like 100 chunk, hate reading. And then there was 2 chapters I was like, Okay, I'm sat on down. The of 100 to the end of the book, even the end didn't make up for it, and I was like, fully hate reading. I've never read a book like it in my life. But it got my pages up, so there's that. And I'm not finished with Alive and Wells yet, but it's looking to be like a 4.5. I'm really loving the vibes, and I love a small town feel anyway, so they always get high ratings for me. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I had a really good time, and I'm definitely going to be trying to do it again for a full week or maybe 2 weeks, and I will see you next time.